Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into the time machine and setting the dial for 1996 and 1999. We're about to witness a clash of titans, a battle that defined a generation of horror gaming. The original Resident Evil versus the original Silent Hill. These two games didn't just create franchises. They laid the very foundation for survival horror as we know it. But while they share a genre, their approaches to scaring the pants off us couldn't be more different. So, grab your flashlight, check your ammo, and let's figure out which brand of terror reigns supreme. Let's start with the one that kicked the door down. Resident Evil. Released in 1996 for the original PlayStation, Capcom threw us into the deep end. We're a part of STARS, an elite special forces unit, investigating a series of bizarre incidents on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Things go sideways fast, and we find ourselves seeking refuge in the infamous Spencer Mansion. And right from that first iconic cutscene with the zombie turning its head, you know you're in for a ride. Resident Evil's horror is visceral. It's in your face. It's the jump scare. It's the sound of a dog crashing through a window when you least expect it. It's the shuffling groan of a zombie just around the corner. The game masters the art of tension through resource scarcity. Every single bullet counts. Do you use it on this zombie? Or try to run past? Every ink ribbon for saving your game is a precious commodity, forcing you to make strategic decisions about when and where to record your progress. This creates a constant, gnawing anxiety. The mansion itself is a character. Its pre-rendered backgrounds were revolutionary at the time, creating a beautiful, yet deeply unsettling atmosphere. The fixed camera angles add to the suspense. You can hear a monster, but you can't see it until you turn the corner. And by then, it might be too late. The story, with its B-movie charm, cheesy dialogue, and corporate conspiracy undertones involving the Umbrella Corporation and the T-Virus, is pure pulp horror perfection. It's a game about surviving a biological outbreak, a physical threat you can see, shoot, and, if you're lucky, escape from. Resident Evil is a masterclass in action-oriented survival horror. It's a thrilling, heart-pounding, haunted house ride. Now, let's fast forward 3 years to 1999. Konami and Team Silent unleash Silent Hill. If Resident Evil is a punch to the gut, Silent Hill is a creeping dread that seeps into your bones and messes with your mind. We play as Harry Mason, an ordinary man, not a special forces operative. He's searching for his lost daughter, Cheryl, after a car crash on the outskirts of the Foggy, seemingly abandoned town of Silent Hill. Right away, the vibe is completely different. The horror here isn't just about what jumps out at you. It's psychological. It's about what you, don't, see. The town is blanketed in a thick, oppressive fog, and later, shrouded in an all-consuming darkness. Your view is severely limited, forcing you to rely on your other senses. And that's where the genius of the sound design comes in. Harry's pocket radio emits static that grows louder as enemies get closer. That crackle becomes your lifeline and your personal tormentor. It's a constant source of dread, telling you danger is near, but not where it is or what it is. The monsters in Silent Hill aren't just zombies or mutant animals. They're twisted, symbolic manifestations of a tormented psyche. The Grey Children, the Air Screamers, they're genuinely disturbing because they feel like they've crawled out of a nightmare, not a science lab. And then there's the other world. Periodically, air raid sirens will wail, and the world around Harry transforms. The foggy town peels away to reveal a hellish landscape of rust, blood, chain-link fences, and industrial decay. These shifts are jarring and terrifying. It's the game telling you that the rules of reality no longer apply. Silent Hill's story is also far more ambiguous and layered. It delves into themes of trauma, guilt, and the occult. It doesn't hand you answers. You piece together the narrative through cryptic notes and surreal encounters. It's a deeply personal and tragic story, not a tale of corporate espionage. The game uses its fully 3D environment and dynamic camera to create a more cinematic and immersive experience. It's less of a haunted house and more of a haunted psyche. It wants to disturb you on a fundamental level, to make you question what's real. So, how do we compare them? Let's break it down. In terms of gameplay mechanics, Resident Evil is tighter. The tank controls and combat, while clunky by today's standards, are deliberate. It's a game of managing inventory, solving puzzles, and precise, disparate combat. Silent Hill's combat is intentionally clunky. Harry's an everyman, not a soldier, so his clumsy swings with a steel pipe feel authentic. The focus is more on exploration and just surviving the oppressive atmosphere. When it comes to fear factor, it's a matter of taste. Resident Evil excels at jump scares and tension. It makes your heart race. You'll yelp when that hunter decapitates you or when Nemesis, well, that's for a later game. But you get the idea. It's a roller coaster of adrenaline. Silent Hill, on the other hand, provides a slow-burn psychological dread. It's the kind of fear that sticks with you long after you turn off the console. The imagery, the sound, the unsettling ambiguity. It burrows into your subconscious. It's less about the boo and more about the what the heck did I just see. Graphically, both were pioneers. Resident Evil's pre-rendered backgrounds allowed for incredible detail for the time, creating a static but beautiful and spooky environment. Silent Hill's real-time 3D world, masked by fog and darkness, created a more dynamic and immersive sense of place, even if the individual textures were less detailed. The fog wasn't just an atmospheric choice, it was a brilliant technical solution to the PlayStation's limitations, turning a weakness into the game's greatest strength. The narratives also represent two sides of the horror coin. Resident Evil is a fantastic, action-packed B-horror movie. It's about plot twists, evil corporations, and escaping a physical threat. Silent Hill is a surreal, art house horror film. It's about symbolism, psychological trauma, and confronting inner demons. One is external horror, the other is internal. So, which one is better? Honestly, it's impossible to declare a definitive winner. It's like asking if you prefer Alien or The Thing. Both are masterpieces that achieve their goals in different ways. Resident Evil created the survival horror template. The limited resources, the backtracking, the mix of combat and puzzles. It defined the mechanics of the genre. Silent Hill took that template and elevated it into a form of psychological art. It proved that video games could tell complex, mature, and deeply disturbing stories that rivaled the best horror literature and film. If you want a thrilling, action-packed horror adventure with satisfying gameplay loops and iconic monsters, Resident Evil is your game. It's a perfect slice of 90s horror that holds up incredibly well. If you want a game that will truly get under your skin, that will haunt your thoughts and make you feel a profound sense of unease, then you have to experience Silent Hill. It's a journey into darkness that is as beautiful as it is terrifying. Ultimately, the legacy of these two games isn't about which one is better. It's about how they complemented each other. Together, they showed the world the incredible range and potential of horror in an interactive medium. They created two distinct pillars of survival, horror, action-oriented, and the psychologic that developers are still drawing inspiration from today. They are both essential pieces of gaming history, and if you're a fan of horror, you owe it to yourself to play them. What do you guys think? Are you Team Spencer Mansion or Team Foggy Town? Let me know down in the comments which game scared you more back in the day or which one you think holds up better now. It's always fascinating to hear everyone's different experiences with these classics. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Until next time, stay safe and keep gaming.